Anything that you have to provide money up front for like that, like a decent chunk of change, I'm always like, it's a pyramid scheme.
That's how I lost so much money in that leggings MLM that I was a part of. I invested 25 hundo in a bunch of
the fuck?
Yeah, a bunch of fake Lululemon leggings that I was going to sell on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist.
Well, you lost all the money because you were modeling them yourself and putting it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Dan's like, people are getting really ticked off.
That would be the least weird thing you've sold on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, it actually would be, but
that'd be like the most normal thing.
I dressed up in them, posted photos. I would try and compete with Girl Scouts outside.
I come with the leggings for the right price.
I deliver them for free. Yeah, I lost a lot of money on that. They're actually behind door number 1 right here. So if anybody wants them free, I only got XLs though. That was another problem. I was only marketing to the.
I know some big bitches. I can get rid of those quick for you.
Oh yeah, we can.
I could definitely see you getting suckered into a lot of pyramid schemes and you starting a pyramid scheme. Like maybe like a financial pyramid scheme.
I'd like to.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you could do it.
Probably could. It's a lot of work.
It is.
It's the thing. You might as well just...
Because like I got to go out and I got to find 2 guys. And then they got to each find 2 guys. And then those guys need to find 2. It's just a lot.
And you got to find
guys.
You got to find these guys and make sure they have good networks. Like you can't find like some bozo that doesn't have any friends. You got to have him swindle his friends into it. Like,
did you guys ever get approached? This was when I was in college, so like 2011 to 2015. It was Verve energy drink.
Yeah, one of my buddies.
Remember that was big?
One of my buddies like made a lot of money doing it, and I'm like, dude, it's gonna fall.
That's the problem.
And then it did.
I had the same thing. I had a friend who was making a lot of money, and then years later, it completely collapses. And the whole time we were like, this is a pyramid scheme. Yeah, I'm not fucking doing this. And she kept like coming back.
Your pitch starts with, all right, here's how it's not a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme.
Right. But here's why I was so pissed. She kept being like, well, look, I made a lot of money out of it. I'm like, but you were trying to get us involved this entire time, and we would have been fucked.
Yeah.
But she kept being like, well, I made a lot of money. I'm like, I know, but you were getting me involved in a business that collapsed within the year.
So what was it? It was just an energy drink?
Yeah, it was an energy drink.
It made no sense.
There was a lot of college kids got into it.
It was all college. They suckered all college kids. What they would do is they'd send you free drinks, and they'd be like, you just hand them out to people. But where you make money is you get other kids... And I think it was that you had to pay like $250 up front
deposit,
to be like a distributor.
It's crazy.
And then you just got to keep getting kids. So I'm like, so then they just give you the drinks and then you just hand them out to people and they're like, it's that easy.
You just buy a bunch of shit from us and then you hand it out for free. It's that easy.
Right.
Does it taste good? Like, don't know. Never tried it.
Right.
Dude, well, the big thing at my college was Vector. Remember Vector? They did like
knives. I remember Vector, the knives.
No.
Knives, yeah. They had one on my campus.
I think that's kind of legit, though, isn't it? Because I feel like I know a lot of people that sold knives.
I was going to say that.
But they actually went door to door and sold them.
Everyone's entry-level college job that they would get suckered into after they graduate, they'd be like working for Vector Marketing. Yeah. And you were like, oh, you're really just selling knives door to door.
That's all you have to do is just put marketing on the end of anything. And then they're just like, all these dumbass marketing majors like myself will be like, oh, seems like a great opportunity. They're using really vague language and it's all stock photos on their website.
Dude, the amount of bait and switch things, like when you're a marketing or like communication major, when you graduate, the amount of interviews that I went on where I had to actively like sift through and be like, this is a pyramid scheme, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember going into offices, it was like Power Home Remodeling, like all those companies where they're all marketing companies. Then you get in there and you're like, so what do you do? And then little by little, by the end of the interview, you find out, oh, this is a door-to-door sales thing.
So I was going to do one that was like an insurance kind of pyramid scheme. And so the guy who I know he was making a pretty penny for it, and he had a lot of people under him, like had, legit office and stuff for 30 people. It was pretty nice and everything. But like I went on the interview and I was like, okay, I know what this is. It didn't sound like the way it was posted online. It wasn't like that. And then I go,
same experience.
What is? So I go back and I'm like, look, dude, I'm interested, but I want you to just admit it. He just stood his ground, and I was like, all right, I'm not doing it.
That's probably part of their training. They can't admit it.
You can't. It's like Fight Club.
Whatever you do,
first
you
rule,
can't say
you do not.
I was like, dude, I know what's going on, and I'm on board. I just need to hear you say it. It's a trust thing.
Right.
And he just would not. He just kept saying, like, I don't know what you're talking. I'm like, dude, I like brought paperwork and stuff. I was like, dude, I know it's fine.
Yeah. Here's
I'll be
where-
one of that guys. I just need you to.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here.
I can't have you supervising me with the conscious as I'm trying to rip other people off.
Yeah. No,
I need to be on the same page.
Here's where I kept when I was interviewing for like same sort of situation where I was completely unsold and knew the jig was up. Is the guy, first of all, he kept selling it as like it's so easy, like you can make 6 figures so quickly, and in my head immediately I'm like, then why wouldn't every motherfucker do this job, right?
Yeah.
Not to mention he's talking about how he's like, I got all these people under me, they're setting me up with an office to move out to Boston and blah blah blah. And he picked me up, like, or drove me to like to a Dunkin' Donuts down the street to do like the second half of the interview in his beat to shit Corolla. I'm like, dude, you're making all this money.
He's like, I've been doing it for 7 years.
Yeah.
If you stick in there, you can have this beat.
He's like, dude, it's just that easy. You just got to get free estimates for people, and you make 6 figures. And I'm like, why wouldn't every dumbass do this job then?
Damn.
If it's that easy.
Yeah,